I purchased two separate spring sets. We got the H&Rs based on feedback online of people saying that this rides like OEM, but of course, I don't really want to do something that's just gonna be like OEM. So I also ordered the Swift springs. Now Swift apparently is a stiffer rate and also the lowest drop. So what we're gonna do is, we already got the rears installed in the Swift. We're gonna test these out. I'll show you guys a video, give you guys a little bit of a review video. We're gonna drop the car down on the ground. I'll see how these things ride on the New York roads, and if they're too harsh, then 2 hours later, we'll switch these out. Also wanna show you, we're gonna be doing the PRL front strut brace. Apparently by the design of this car, you don't really need it, but I bought it anyway because I thought it was cool. And we're also gonna be doing the 15 and the 20 millimeter spacers. So I also wanna see how the car is gonna look with the 265/35/19 tires, because I got the custom wheels on the other side of the shop and I don't know exactly what tires I'm gonna put on them, if I'm gonna go OEM or if I'm gonna do like a 275/35. So these spacers, everybody buys these come off eBay. Couple $100 for the set. These are brand new, never tried them out yet, so we'll put those on the car as well. And the strut tower brace, and just want to show you quickly, we got the two springs in my hand, and I want to show you the differences in the windings. Okay, so this is a front, okay? So if you look carefully, you could see that this is wound a little tighter here than it is here. I'm not really sure, but if you look at them on the table, they almost look like they're the same height. But when you squeeze it, it's very stiff here, and it's a little softer here. So I think these are considered dead coils, and this is probably how you're getting the lower ride height, is that these are gonna probably compress and touch. Now, if they do touch, that actually might create noise and it's gonna rub the paint and it's gonna cause corrosion. I don't really like that. So we're gonna test them out. These are also double the price, my cost, to get these springs versus these springs. And we'll see what's gonna stay in the car and what doesn't stay in the car. You guys could go and hit me up on Instagram or through YouTube or through the website, and I will sell you the stuff dirt cheap because I don't need the stuff laying around the shop. So we're gonna get the car set up now. We already got the rears in. The rear, literally, it's a 10-minute job. It's super easy to do. The front, we gotta break it down. We gotta break down the strut from the spindle, the arm here, and the connectors, pull it all out, put it into the spring compressor. Over here, we're gonna compress the spring, swap it out, and we'll be good to go. So I'm not gonna show you guys the install. There's plenty of videos online about installing this stuff. We just want to show you guys the feedback of how the car is going to look and how it's going to drive when we're done. So stick around. Perfect stance. The only thing I notice is a little bit more torque steer because of the wider spacers, which is pretty normal on a front wheel drive car. But no, we just drove it, dude. Hit some bad bump. The car feels perfect. It's not harsh, not bumpy, not bouncy. So all these guys on the forums are a bunch of wimps saying that this spring is harsh. Yeah, right. But no, look at that. Perfect stance. I'm actually glad I went with these. Took a quick test drive already. I'm gonna be honest with you, the car is not harsh at all. I'm not sure why people online are saying that this is harsh. Obviously, those are people that have never driven a GT3, an AMG GTR, or similarly harsh car. This thing rides maybe 5% stiffer than stock right now. It looks better. Corner's a lot flatter. Now, the only thing that I notice driving the car quickly is there's a little bit more tendency to have a little torque steer, and that's probably because of the spacers, because we're pushing the wheels and tires a little bit further out. But other than that, we're gonna go for a little bit of a drive. I'll show you guys, we're gonna hit there's a road like right around the corner that's really busted up, and I'm gonna show you guys how flat and stable this car is. There's no rattles, there's no creaks. I will tell you now that the rear suspension, 10-minute job. Front suspension was a big pain in the ass. I'm not sure why. We actually pulled up some videos while we were doing this in the shop, but not of the Acura, of the FL5 Civic Type R, and the bottom strut pops out of the spindle really easily. On this car, it fought us for a while, that both axles popped out of the transfer case of the transmission, and it was a real pain in the ass to get it back together. But it still took us all to do start and finish, about 3 hours to do the whole car. But I think going forward, if I was to do it again, I may do a couple of things a little bit differently. But anyway, the car looks great. What I want to ask you guys that have the Integra Type S's is I'm deliberating on tire size. I have my custom wheels. They're in the shop, and I'm deliberating if I keep the OEM tires, which is the 265/30/19, which is a much smaller sidewall than what's on the car now, or do I stick with the sidewall that we're looking at right here? I'm not sure. I love the thicker sidewall, but then again, this is not a small car. It's a little bit bigger, actually quite a lot bigger than an Integra from 30 years ago. So I'm still deliberating on what I want to do. Now, I did go upsized, not for any particular reason other than pothole protection in the winter of New York. Now, our roads are really bad. We had a really bad winter, and we're still coming out of it now. So I think if I put the OEM tires on it, I'm just going to have to be driving like in a video game, dodging stuff left and right. But I don't know. I just don't know what's going to look better. If I like the chunkier sidewall or do I like the thinner sidewall. So either way, this is the lowest drop you're going to get from a lowering spring. Any lower, you're going to have to do an air suspension or a coilover kit. So I'm not really going into that, but I'm happy the way it looks. I think it's got a perfect stance, perfect profile, and even this, like I said, even the tires look really good. Check it out. Look at that. There's no rubbing at all. It looks absolutely perfect. So it's almost like a flush OEM plus fitment. And I will tell you though, the car drives good. Really, really impressive platform. We also got the PRL strut tower brace, but I don't really know if that does anything, but we installed it anyway while we were at it. Now, I'm not gonna do an alignment on the car probably for about another week or two. I wanna have the car set a little bit, feel how the car is gonna react, and then I'll decide how I wanna set up the alignment specs. But let's strap the camera in, we'll go for a little bit of a drive on a smooth road and a bumpy road, and you guys might get a good indication of this video on how the Swift Springs are gonna ride, and I'll be honest with you, they are the furthest thing from harsh. I mean, I went out and I bought the H&Rs after reading comments that the Swifts are too harsh for daily driving, and I'll be honest with you, not at all. All my other cars are much stiffer and much more bone jarring than this car, so this thing rides like a Cadillac still, even though it's slammed to the ground. Came down about an inch all the way around, and I think it looks great. So let's strap the camera in and go for a little bit of a quick drive. All right, guys, I'm just gonna show you a little bit of a drive on this beautiful day, and I'm gonna bear right over here. There's a really bumpy road, so we're in comfort mode right now. I'm gonna go into sport, and I want you guys to kind of see if you guys can get a little bit of a visual with the Swift Springs. Yeah, you can just get a little bit more tug, like a little torque steer tug because of the spacers. I know that's exactly what's causing it. So check it out. All right, here we go. Right here. This road is completely chopped up. Steering wheel staying straight. Granted, we don't have the alignment done, but the car is totally comfortable. Going to Sport Plus, same thing. I mean, the car feels great. So I think that comes down to it's a really good platform, really good shock valving, and I don't know, it just works. I really thought that this thing was going to bounce me all over the bump stops and be really, really harsh, and I was going to complain, and that's why I bought the other set of H&Rs. So those H&Rs are brand new in the box. If anybody wants them, feel free to contact me. I'll sell them to you for $200. The only thing is you just got to pay shipping, so I don't know if that's worth it for you guys. But no, the car feels good. There's no issues at all, and I'm in the harshest setting. Apparently what people on the forums are saying are the harshest lowering springs, and I don't know, I'm not feeling it, I'll be honest with you, but no, the car feels good. So we're gonna loop it up jump on the highway real quick and get off an exit. Now with the factory springs, like comfort mode is really good, and I noticed like Sport Plus was a little bit choppy, and it's just like slightly different. If you were gonna compare this car right now to a bone stock one, I would say maybe it's a 5% difference. It's not like a 25-30% difference. I just don't see it. I don't feel it. Like I said, I get into like my other cars, my AMG GTR, and you put that in comfort mode and it breaks your back. You put it into track mode, it really breaks your back and it bounces you out of the seat. That's harsh. You get into a GT3, you get into a GT4 Porsche, a Dodge Viper. You know, there's certain cars they'll bounce you out of the seat with harshness. This is not doing that at all. You do notice when you get in and out of the car is lower. So you notice that the sill is quite a bit lower. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. So you may have to maybe adjust the seat height a little bit. But other than that, whatever changes it made, I do notice that the car does corner flatter. It feels maybe 5% stiffer. It looks a hell of a lot better, I'll tell you that. And the only negative thing that I notice is a little bit of that extra torque pull on the front. But let me go into steering. We're in comfort for the steering. Let's go into sport. One other thing I'm thinking about doing just to test, because I still have the PRL lower engine mount,
I may swap out the Cobb for the PRL to see if that torque steer pull changes at all. Maybe it will, I don't know. But I have the parts, I have the shop, and I have the time to do it in my free time on my lunch breaks, and also I don't mind just popping in and out and seeing if it actually does anything. I think the only thing this car really needs now is a good exhaust, and we're still playing around with what systems we want to go with. Yeah, car feels good. Car feels really good. Suspension, we're in comfort. Let's go into Sport Plus. I definitely feel the toe is a little wonky on the car. That's noticeable. Anytime you lower a car, you're going to throw off the geometry a little bit. But no, she feels great, guys. So that's going to be my honest review of the Swift Springs. So if you guys are out there, you love the way they look, you know, seeing other people's photos on the forums and on Facebook, but you're scared of people saying it's too hard. I'm telling you right now, if anybody is in the New York tri-state area, contact me. You're more than welcome to take my car for a ride or come for a ride, and I will prove to you that these things are the furthest things from harsh. And I just think it's just a good, solid platform, really good front end, really stiff structure of the subframe, and really good adaptive dampers. Now, another thing too, I didn't cut the bump stops. I know, you know, there's a lot of guys with the Civics, and you see those videos, and they're cutting the bump stops, doing the iBox and the H&Rs. I put it in as is. Before I did the install, I talked to Swift, and I asked him specifically about that, and he says, no, the spring rates were designed for the limits of the factory shocks with the factory bump stops in place. So there you go, guys. I'll see you guys soon. The next mod, I think we're going to be doing the carbon fiber wing and front spoiler. Probably going to put the custom wheels on maybe in about a week or two, but I may do a preview video because I'm dying to show you guys. They came out phenomenal, and I cannot wait to put them on. But anyway, post comments below. Let me know what you think about the tire sidewall. If I should stick with the OEM tires, should I do a 275/30? Should I do a 265/35? I don't know. The thing is, if I could sell my OEM tires, which I tried, and I haven't found anybody that wants them because everybody keeps changing them to all seasons, I think I would just buy another set of Michelins, but I can't have all these tires laying around the shop. I got wheels and tires and car parts everywhere, and it's getting to the point where I'm running out of room. So I may bite the bullet and throw the OEMs back on just to save space and keep this set as an extra set for winter. So I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Take care, guys.